But the man, who many thought was unstoppable, unexpectedly suffered a mild stroke in late December 2005. Less than 3 weeks after that, he was back in hospital. A major stroke this time. It left the Prime Minister in a coma on life support and struggling for his life.
Elsewhere in the Central African Republic, French and African Union troops have increased their presence in the streets of Bangui, a day after the head of the transitional government, Michel Djotodia, announces his resignation. Violent clashes erupted in the streets of Bangui as Christian groups pillaged homes belonging to soldiers loyal to the former Seleka movement. We have details in this report.
On Saturday, several checkpoints were set up on the main roads in the Central African Republic's capital, Bangui. French forces with Operation Sangaris and the international mission in the CAR have increased patrols. This in an effort to restore order and prevent pillaging. The latest wave of looting and violence comes 24 hours after Transitional President Michel Djotodia and Prime Minister Nicolas Tiengaye resigned. In this neighborhood, Christians have been pillaging the homes of officers with the Seleka ex-rebel group that backed Djotodia.
That's the home of a Seleka colonel.
What are you doing there?
We're looting.
On Saturday morning, soldiers with Miska opened fire, killing one of the looters. That brings to at least 4 the total number of people that have been killed in Bangui since Michel Djotodia announced his resignation on Friday.
There's a general there who's very well armed. They're throwing grenades all around the neighborhood. There are too many weapons in the hands of civilians.
Michel Djotodia and Nicolas Tiengaye's resignation has certainly not resolved the crisis in the Central African Republic. It now appears that Christians and Muslims in the country may no longer be able to live together in peace.
When Djotodia came to power, he massacred Christians, instigated a spirit of discrimination between Muslims and Christians. Seleka ruined everything. We cannot accept preconditions from Seleka. The only preconditions that Seleka will demand is the laying down of weapons.
A new transitional president and prime minister are expected to be designated in the coming days. The new leaders will have to focus on trying to find a solution to the crisis in the Central African Republic. This to end months of interreligious violence between Muslims and Christians.
We now take our second break. Welcome back. And in sports, it is the beginning of a new year, and the first meaningful show at the Independence Stadium is one to remember for the many spectators who were drawn to the old stadium on Friday night. Babukar Senghor was among the multitude of spectators and tells us about the opening day of a sporting tournament that has even celebrity artists buzzing.
For it is not too often that such events draw people of diverse walks of life, but this exciting 3-on-3 basketball tournament did just that. School children, and a lot of them and many in sporting mood, civil servants and in this case, officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, U.S. Embassy staff, and corporate representatives took part in the opening day of activities marking the start of the tournament. The largest share of the night was preserved for the cast of celebrity artists who turned out to add spice to the tournament. This is a stage meant to celebrate talent, and there was abundance of gifted players in the various groupings, among them the multi-talented figure of rapper Killer Ace.
Me and basketball have a connection since I was a little kid.
I've been playing basketball since I was a little kid. I was part of my school team in junior high school, and basketball is something that I really love. So it's just bigger than me being an artist, but it's something that I also connect to.
How excited are you walking down here, see all these people, you know, watching, at the same time participating in basketball, and you yourself playing in the game?
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we need. We need to develop basketball in the Gambia because football dominates the sports scene in the Gambia. But I believe there should at least be a balance to the extent where Gambia can compete in the international tournaments, have a Gambian playing in the National Basketball Association, which is the NBA. We need that. We need to actually develop basketball and put more effort into it, you know, because basketball is it's among the highest paying sports in the world. We know that, you know, and it's something that can actually develop Gambia as itself. It can expose Gambia. So I believe that we need to work hard to develop basketball.
For Basketball Association members, this is a moment to put in plans for the future development of the game in the Gambia.
Thank you very much. Like I said, every year the basketball is coming back and it's growing. And first of all, I really want to thank everybody for coming. And if you look at the turnout today, almost 80% of them are youth. And this is what we're trying to get, the youth to come back and to play basketball. I'm excited. And basketball is here to stay again. And I just want to encourage everybody to support basketball. And we still need assistance in the sense of infrastructure. And I want to thank the embassy for providing us the opportunity for us to be able to play this game here. The infrastructure is beautiful. And we're just excited. I'm lost for words.
The tournament, which began last year, has the support of the U.S. Embassy in Banjul and also saw a number of Peace Corps volunteers helping improving the skills of basketball coaches and players through periodic clinics.
You know, I wasn't here last year for this. I missed it. And I am very excited to be here for the second tournament that we're sponsoring along with the Gambia Basketball Association, with our Peace Corps volunteers. The atmosphere down here is just fantastic.
Do you see a future for the game in this country?
Oh, absolutely. With the number of people that are here in the Gambia, the ease it is to play basketball. All you need is a hoop, you need a ball, you need some people to get together. There is clearly energy here, especially with the young people.
It was a fun-filled atmosphere for the players and the many spectators who filled the stands of the old lawn, a significant message that explains the rise of basketball in the Gambia. For Grts Sport, this is Babukar Senghor.
And from sports there by Babukar Senghor, we now take a look at the weather report courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
The source assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all aspects of life is easily confirmed. The River Gambia provides nutritious delicacies as food, while it provides its wildlife a balanced ecosystem. This river, as a sanctuary, is committed to its inhabitants' needs without season. And as you travel along, all these values are replicated in one company, Elton. Just like the River Gambia, leads in its commitment to values that matter most. Elton, championing the vision for a new generation.
Good evening, wonderful viewers. Welcome to the weather news. First, we will take a look at the weather conditions over the past 24 hours, followed by what is expected to prevail in the next 24 hours. I'm your presenter, Hadinjai. We experienced a cool and dry morning, whilst afternoon was generally warm and sunny. Satellite picture indicates convective activities over parts of Central and Southern Africa, whilst the Senegambian region remains dry and stable. Tonight's forecast is partly cloudy and cool, whilst for the day tomorrow, the weather condition is expected to remain partly cloudy and cool with misty conditions towards dawn, becoming warm and sunny in the afternoon. Light to moderate northerly winds will dominate the flow across the country, and the speed will be about 10 to 15 kilometers per hour. Morning temperatures will be 16 degrees over Greater Banjul area. West Coast will record 15 degrees Celsius, Lower River 14 degrees Celsius, Central and Lower River will record 16 degrees Celsius, whilst Upper River will record 17 degrees Celsius. Afternoon temperatures will be 29 degrees over Greater Banjul area, West Coast will record 30 degrees, 31 degrees over North Bank,